Hey guys, want to do a real quick video on a gun I picked up the other day. No, it's not the CZ75 Shadow 2 or anything like that. I've had this gun for about 8 or 9 months, thousands of rounds through it. Absolutely love it. Take this gun to the range. If it goes to the range with me, along with other guns, I always come back to shoot this one almost exclusively. It's just such a joy to shoot and everything. Because of that, got me looking into other CZ products. I've got plenty of polymer striker fired handguns, so I looked at CZ to see if I could find something similar to this, maybe compact, maybe a little bit more practical for a truck gun or whatever. So anyway, that kind of led me to what's in the case. The CZ P-07. So yeah, this is just got it the other day. Can't wait to get it to the range. We're going to run some rounds through it. I always like to run a lot of rounds through these guns right off the bat, just to make sure, you know, first and foremost, you got to have reliability. You have to believe and know that the gun is going to be there when you need it most. So that's what I do with all my firearms. So let's get to the range and start slinging some lead down, and I'll give you my thoughts and impressions. Hey guys, today we went to the range. Shot 550 rounds of the 115 grain Fiocchi ammo, also about 50 rounds of the Federal HST 127 grain hollow point stuff. Before I get the video going any further, let me just give a shout out to any and all content creators out there that put videos out there for us. Being a complete beginner at all this, it takes a lot of work. I've got more wires and more frames up on the computer screen and microphones and trying to figure out phones and cameras and all this. It's definitely not something I'm used to doing, and you instantly get an appreciation for the guys out there that make it look so easy, the big channel guys, the production level that they have, and you really can you have a whole definitely different appreciation for those guys when you start trying to make some content of your own. So definitely my hat's off to those guys. Really appreciate everything that they do for us out there. Back to the P-07. Anytime I ever get a new gun, reliability. I have to know that it's going to be there when I need it most. If it's not, if I can't believe in it, if I don't know that it's going to be there for me when I need it most, then it doesn't hang around. I just don't have guns that look nice and it doesn't perform. I need it to do that. That's its job. I mean, if it's all shiny and this, and I want to wipe it down and show it off and all that, but I'm the kind of guy I want the guns to perform. If it doesn't perform, it just doesn't have a place in my home at all. I mean, I don't care what it is or what manufacturer. It doesn't matter. I'm completely unbiased about that. I'll try anything. And but yeah, so yeah, 600 rounds down range, not one single malfunction of the gun. No ammo issues. A lot of times, sometimes you'll have light primer strikes on some of the cheaper ammo you run. I didn't have anything like that. So out of the first few magazines, I knew it was going to be a sweet shooter. Just was reminding me just enough of the Shadow 2, the P-75 Shadow 2 that I've got. So there was enough similarities there that in the first couple magazines I knew. I said, man, this gun is just going to run and it's going to go, and I'm not going to have any issue with it. And a lot of times with us, with new guns, you need that first impression is so important. So after the first few magazines, I knew it, and sure enough, it didn't disappoint. CZ has got it figured out, in my opinion. The way the slide runs down into the frame of the gun gives you that super low bore axis. And I know people say, oh, that's not, just shoot one and you'll see this gun shoots flat. Even for a compact gun, you get so much less muzzle flip on it. Like I mean, it's not so much, but it's the details on it, just that little bit extra, like Glock or some of the HKs. Definitely get a little bit more flip. This gun stayed right on target for me. Super manageable. The ergonomics are fantastic. The stippling on the grip and everything, super positive. The only reason I started putting on gloves is because the amount of rounds and the pace I was shooting them, the gun just starts to get hot, and I don't believe in trying to handle a firearm if it's not safe to handle. And when they get hot, they're not a pleasure to shoot at all. I mean, the thing's damn near burning your hands off to hold it. But yeah, ergonomics are fantastic. Yeah, one thing I really like about this gun, and it's just like my the other CZ I've got, and this one even more so, is when you go to do a mag change. When you hit that magazine release, the mag shoots out of there. There's no, oh, it came out a little bit or whatever. You can literally hold the gun on the side, because a lot of times your mag changes are going to be at angles. It's not straight up and down, and it shoots them out of there. And that's one thing I like on some of the Glocks I have. You push it, and it's a struggle to get it. The button is super positive. You know you're going to hit it. You get a good positive action when you do hit it, and the magazine just flies out of there. And that's one thing that I absolutely love, and very happy with. The slide is a little tough to get a hold of, I guess you could say, but not so much. I mean, if you're going to try to do all these press checks in front, the lockup on the gun's very difficult. So with the hammer down, and you try to, you really have to get a hold of it. There's not a lot of real estate up there to get that. But manipulating the gun from the rear, yeah, no problem at all. And all that's just going to loosen up. I mean, out of the box, it was a little gritty. And most all these guns are going to be gritty right out of the box. But yeah, this one is in my hands right now is already a lot smoother. And I'm not even going to clean it right now. It's super dirty. I might, I'll probably go ahead and do another 400 rounds after this. And that way I can post like a 1,000 round review or whatever. The only thing I've done to the gun is I switched out the decocker for the safety. I don't ever, if I'm going to carry the gun, it's going to be one in the chamber, and the hammer is going to be down. It's going to be in double action mode anyway. So I mean, I'm not going to ever carry it. Even with the safety on, I'm never going to carry it in, I guess, whatever position one where the hammer's back and you got the safety. I'm never going to pull it out and drop the safety and then be ready to go. I'd much rather have, for a carry gun, that double action. I'd rather that double action trigger be, 100-pound pull. Because in the heat of the moment, I truly believe on a lot of that stuff. You're gonna, I mean, you can train at the range and shoot paper targets and all, but those things aren't shooting back. And having that big, heavy double action first pull, I see a big benefit in that. I'd rather much have that than try to fumble around with safeties and then go right into that, 4-pound trigger pull. I mean, and this thing is pretty light. I haven't measured it, but there's plenty of people out there that have. So yeah, but anyway, overall impressions are great. I might, the stippling on the gun, I'll probably put some Talon grips on there. That's just personal preference. The sights on the gun, I mean, adequate sight picture. I mean, they're not night sights or anything. I think they're that phosphorus or that luminescence material that, whatever. They're a good metal sight. They're not going to break on you. I really can't think of anything at all to gripe about with this gun. I could just mumble and ramble on, but I'm not going to do that. And there's a lot of other creators that have put better content and reviews out here than this. And I might put links in the description to, send you guys their way for their reviews. Anyways, appreciate it. I'm out of breath on doing all this, and we'll talk to you later.